So we all know how terrible of an E3 presentation Nintendo did this year, and we were all pretty disappointed to say the least, myself included. How are you so how do you make an E3 conference so fucking bad? It's so bad. Last year was so good. This year is so bad. But there was one thing that Nintendo showed this E3 that actually gave me some glimmer of hope. Before I saw this, I was absolutely not interested in anything they had to show. Everything seemed pretty lackluster, and I wasn't very excited for a single game from Nintendo this entire E3, which was really bad. It's never happened to me before. But I was watching, or actually I wasn't watching Treehouse Live. I saw a link on a post someone had linked me, and it was the gameplay for Fast Racing Neo, the very first debut gameplay of the actual game. And when I saw this, I was like, okay, fine, let me check it out. I was excited for this game, so I was thinking, let me see exactly what this game is going to offer, us. And when I saw it, my mind was just blown away. Like it was incredible. When you first look at this game, like when Nintendo first posted this game on the YouTube channel, they didn't have it in HD quality. I think they only had it in like 360p or 480p, something like that. But even at that low resolution, that game looked gorgeous. Now I waited for the 60 frames per second video to come out and release, and it just blew my mind as far as how good that game looked. Now this game has been in development for a number of years. I think it was about maybe a year and a half, 2 years now. It's supposed to come out last year, got delayed till this year. And while they were talking about it during the Treehouse event, they made sure to stress that it's definitely coming out this year, and they're really excited to show off, the great visuals as well as the solid gameplay, which is exactly what they did. This is probably the only game that Nintendo showed that I was actually really excited for. The only part that I'm kind of disappointed about is that they only gave us 20 minutes to watch this gameplay. They definitely could have shown a lot more, made it at least twice as long, a good 40-45 minutes like their other games that they posted on there. But this one they only gave us a solid 20 minutes, which was good. You got to see it, I think about five races, which is really good. But I still feel like they should have given Shannon more time to talk about their game, to go into more details about what they were doing. But what they did show was amazing. The game looks extremely polished, and it easily could pass for a PS4 game. This game to me looks better than, this is probably the best looking photorealistic game on the Wii U, easily. It definitely is. The graphics look amazing, the particle effects look realistic, the weather effects look great. It makes me wonder what these developers are doing, these third-party developers are doing, when a game like this, made by a small group of about 10-12 people, I think they said, can look this amazing on such limited hardware. It really makes you put things in perspective. It looks amazing. It's a solid 60 frames per second. It says it's alpha version here. I'm looking at one of the videos now. It's showing off like the snow weather effects, and it looks absolutely incredible. It looks insanely good. Like, you could, if you didn't know this was a Wii U game, you would assume this was a PC or PS4 game easily. You would just assume it was a PC or PS4 game. It almost looks too good to be a Wii U game. That's what I'm saying. This game has so much potential, and the thing that I liked the most that he said was, even though that it was an eShop game, that they wanted it to feel like a full-fledged retail game. They wanted it, like, even though it's just an eShop downloadable title, they wanted it, when we pick up the game, for it to feel like this is a full-fledged retail game. Like, you're not getting just a typical, here's just like an eShop game that you can kind of play and throw down whenever. They want this to be a full experience for everyone to really get deep inside. It's going to be ranked matches. There's going to be online multiplayer, obviously. I guess there's 10-player online from what we've seen. Of course, this is also just the alpha version that they were showing, but it looks incredibly good. For an alpha version, it looks incredibly polished, and it looks incredibly fun. So I can only imagine what the final product is going to look like. I feel like Nintendo should have definitely shown off this game a lot more during their not only their actual press conference, but during the Treehouse Live event as well. They only gave them 20 minutes. I don't know, hopefully tomorrow though, actually, or today, they'll let them show off some more tracks, maybe even a faster mode. Because Subsonic, there's three different modes. There's Subsonic, Supersonic, and then I think Neon Sonic or something like that. Neon Fast, some third fast mode, and the Subsonic looks almost too fast. It almost looks like it's too fast. And that's the slowest speed that they have. So I can only imagine. The developer was saying that they're trying to balance out that last speed, make it speed to option to make it actually playable. Because if it's too fast, it's obviously not going to be playable. But I'm trying to find a good speed so that people can actually play the game. They talked about general stuff that, answered some pretty general questions that you wanted to know about. And it's just, it looks like a really good game. Graphically, it looks the best game on the Wii U. In terms of gameplay, it looks like it's right up there with Mario Kart, It looks extremely addicting. I really want to know more about the online modes. Like, how am I going to be interacting with my friends and stuff like that? So hopefully next time, within the coming weeks or months, they'll be able to come out with some information regarding exactly how the game is going to work with online. How can you make teams or anything like clans or stuff like that? Tournament modes, that would be pretty cool. So hopefully we'll learn some more stuff about that. But for right now, it's looking like a really solid game. I don't know about price or anything, but it's looking like a really, really nice game so far.
So you see him now sort of having possessed this guy,
right,
and now we're fighting him basically to free the photographer from his control. Mr. Takata, would you like to talk a bit about some of the other combat elements that we're about to get into, the Mirage attacks and the duo attacks?